Hello friends, I'm Kelvin Atani and today with me is hilarious Sonny. Yeah, that's right. So a lot of people have been seeing your content on social media, okay, and it has inspired young people. It has put smiles on the face of a lot of people, okay. So today I'll just be asking you just few questions like what really inspires you to start up this and how has life led you to this point right now?
Sir Kelvin, thank you very much for that beautiful and intelligent question. I really appreciate it. Actually, I try by all means to summarize everything. This journey actually started way back, okay? I knew that I have this sense of humor while growing up, okay? So as time goes on, then in my clique, I was one of the funniest guys, okay? You're shocked I speak English, right? No, I was one of the funniest guy in my clique that time while growing up, okay. So as time goes on, I kept developing myself. Now coming down to fast forward to secondary school, I kept doing it, attending different drama groups and all of that, doing club and society. I was in the art class, okay. Then as time goes on, then the issue of content creating started. I could recall at that time the content creators we watched were Despianozie, Despianozie, and there are a couple Papa a day, after some time. Okay, so I at that point it did excite my interest to say, how I wish I want to do something of that nature. Okay? So I kept hoping that one day I'll develop my own self concerning comedy and all of that. So I had to, time goes on, fast forward to around 2019, okay, 2019 at the Department of Theatre and Film Art. I saw performances from my senior colleagues, and I felt how I wish I would do such thing. And mind you, my presence in the university as at that time was like a miracle, because I never expected to see myself in a classroom then with my clique, because I was a serious street guy. Like I was into street bar. We steal a lot too. Like we steal a lot. We do dubious things in the street just to survive. Okay. So growing up alone with a single father. Okay. My dad is single. Okay. Because I lost my mom when I was little, so I had to check where it fits me the most. Okay, I tasted so many things life could bring to me, and at some point I find no valid reasons why I should continue in such lifestyle. So for the content creating, it got my interest. At first I started a particular niche when it like a student. It didn't work out for me.
That's Gary, I think.
No, not Gary. Minus there is there. When your teacher, when your hair. So I started content then with one of my friend. Then later I sat down. I said, let me just play the character of Gary, since people don't see Gary, but Nigeria we love creating content with Gary. So I started creating content with Gary, and I made one mistake. I felt I was good with stand-up comedy. Okay, so people kept encouraging me to perform in show, perform in event. I went and performed. To my first stage performance, stand-up comedy was whack. It was only my classmates that were cheering me because they know me. Do you understand?
Others didn't really know who you actually
They don't know me. Do they know me? I wasn't cracking them up. There was no sense of humor in what I was saying. My classmate, whatsoever you say, that vibe now.
Yes, you laugh over it and all that.
So as time goes on, is it evolve? I felt kind rubbing so many powder on my body. Why can't I create something again? And I created a niche. Okay, I sat down and I had a very, I thought of so many things that certain content and people, the content of childhood. You see, everything I do on my content is what I did while growing up. It was a practical thing.
Because I saw some people were saying they're talking about how that is this actually who you really are in real life? Okay, I remember when we go out sometimes, like around the city, and some people see me like, is this actually how you really are in real life, or you just
some people, I don't know why people want me to act the way I used to act in my sleep. Okay, I portray a character that is very stubborn. That's the typical narrative of every African world. In fact, using northern Nigeria as a case study, most of us seems like we have a similar story while growing up. We have a similar story. So now I'm bringing it on screen for people to watch, to remind them of certain incidents that happened in their life. They have parents that call me and say, Sonny, you made me recall certain experiences that happened between me and my child. Somebody will cry and say, I made him recall certain incident between him and his mother. Okay, so I try by all means to create content that people can easily relate. Relatable content is what excites the audience.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's basically what actually get my interest. Trying to say, let me use my personal experience to create a story. And I created a story within a short period of time. In less than 2 minutes, I create the beginning, the middle, and the end. I'm very captivating.
Very captivating.
To capture the heart of my audience. And I discovered the niche, and it's actually working for me.
Wow, this is really, really interesting. I believe in encouraging young people, like just young youths, to discover their purpose, because considering this nation and all we're going through right now, there's a lot deposited in the inside of young people. So I don't know, what would be your advice to young people now, considering all the challenges you faced and living this life? I know sometimes together you have a lot of calls coming in, sometimes you can't handle it, and people are just admiring you right now, but what's your advice like for a youth, your advice for them right now? Okay,
basically one of our primary purpose here in life is to love God. God should be the center of everything. There's this book I read, one of the books that really helped in the Purposeful Driven Life, by Rick Warren. And one of the books by Papa Billy Akani that said Battle for the Young. Do you know that there are certain choices we make in life that will make terrible, that will make you think of that? In fact, the result is not now, it's aftermath. What will happen in the aftermath? There are certain things that if you don't do them now, you won't have the opportunity to do it again. You have an idea, bring the idea to life. Okay, I'm studying theater and I study acting. If a play text is still in that book, it is a dead work for an actor. We interpret the work and give life to the story while performing it on the stage. Okay, the interpretation of the story becomes life. So the interpretation becomes life. Okay, you have to motivate yourself. Don't feel like you're waiting for somebody to motivate you to do what's necessary. Okay, you know what's in your heart as a young person. Okay, you know your vision, you know what you are driving at. What is the motivator in your life? Everybody has a particular derivative that moves him or her to do a particular thing. Okay, you have to say, most people will come to my DM, they'll be, Sonny, so feature me in my content, feature me. You see, we cannot feature everybody. Okay, I myself, I am still growing, and what I need from you is to work on yourself.
That's what a lot of young people have.
We want to see the energy you put in what you are doing. Then we can come in. Okay, I didn't reach there, but I'm still working towards there. Okay, the narrative in the mind of people now is feel, you are there already. I am not there. I am aiming higher. Okay, try and think of your purpose. What do you want to do with your life? Okay, how can you be reasonable to the society? How relevant can you be to your own generation? You have to think of so many things. If not, so all these things are certain things that I have to consider before working on myself.
It has really been an interesting time. You see, so many people have gotten the issue of purpose. Like we had yesterday, your live session where we talk about discovering your purpose as a young person. You understand? So the society right now, young people just divert to anything they find attractive. Okay, this is what is trending. They are there. This is what they. So it's essential for young people to sit down, look into yourself, reflect on yourself, look at your capacity. Okay, what you have passion for, most importantly. Because what you're doing right now, you've developed so much passion for it, and you do it with the whole of your heart. Right? So this is one important thing we want young people to understand. So as it stands now, you've come a long way and you've met so many people right now. Okay, the good, the bad, and the ugly. What has been your experience meeting people with different characters and attitude, courage, with relation to inspiration and motivation? Or better still, how has your relationship been with people? Okay, when it comes to motivating you or criticizing you?
Actually, that's a very good question. When it comes to criticism, whatsoever you do in this life, you must have critic. Even in the professional setting in performing arts, we have what we call dramatic literature and criticism. We criticize a particular work not because we don't like the work, but you criticize a particular work of art for the purpose of correcting the art, effecting certain mistakes and correction in the work of art. Okay, but we have extreme critics that criticize your work to an extent that you feel you are not doing anything. Funny you are, somebody will look at you and say you are not funny, but somebody, if I talking alone will make the person happy.
It's true.
Okay, it's true. We have God indeed blessed me with the gift of men that believed in me. Okay, hang around people that that can help you grow. Get
Mm.
so because there are certain people that will just come to your life not to make you grow.
Yeah.
Okay, they will criticize you, but they will not give you way forward.
They are just good to criticize, look for the faults.
The fault. Okay, but for the sake of the gift of men,
Wow.
I met people that I want to do certain things that are not correct when it comes to the media life. They will correct me. This is what you do, this is how you do. I don't have any boss that will stand on my head and say, but I get advice from my senior colleagues, from my parents, from the church, and other people that can help me grow. So at least stay around people that can help you grow, people that can develop you, okay, people that want to develop the potentials that even you don't see in yourself.
Wow, this is a big line. Yeah,
having good people around you matters a lot.
Okay, it's been an interesting time, and even me myself here, I've learned, aside all the other conversations we'll be having. All right. So before we end this podcast right now, I would like Sunnie to drop some of his funny lines. All right. So just give us some of those your funny lines.
Wow, you want me to get into character?
Sunnie, what is it? Why are you crying?
Is it not Nendinuma? Now I go to tell her, say me I like Nendinuma. Nendinuma go they look me for eyes, say that me I look like a brother to her. Nendinuma we relate. We relate.
No, not really. She's not supposed to tell you like that.
And Mayo. Mayo. Chinche. Mayo niwasan kara baki hakuri. I am sorry.
Oh my god, guys, this is hilarious Sunnie right here, and it's been an interesting time. Okay, so you've heard all Sunnie has to say, and thank you guys for taking your time to watch, and I'll encourage you to share and keep sharing. All right, so see you some other time. I remain Kelvin Akani, and this is
Hilarious Sunnie.
So thank you so much, guys. Bye.